The number is not just the only story, it's also a matter of just how broad and far-reaching these executive orders are.
During his first week, President Donald Trump signed orders reinstating what he is calling the Mexico City policy, imposed a hiring freeze on some federal government workers, and directed federal agencies to ease the regulatory burdens of Obamacare.
There's a lot of times that new presidents come in and try and undo some of the executive orders done by a previous president. So there's a natural cycle here of some of these executive orders meant to undo some of the previous ones.
Trump's actions on the Dakota Access and Keystone XL pipelines, his decision to build a wall along the border with Mexico, and banning refugees and residents from 7 Muslim nations have many people protesting across the country, including here in Fort Wayne.
The interesting thing with some of these new ones, like the wall and the refugee and immigration executive order, the really interesting thing here is this new policy areas. And so this kind of far-reaching to kind of enter into a new policy area with an executive order to the level that he has.
Wolf says many of these actions will need Congress to flesh out how the orders will be handled. Ohio Republican Senator Rob Portman criticized President Trump's executive actions.
We ought to be part of it. We've been working on this, and again, we passed legislation in this regard. We also had bipartisan legislation in January 2016 that didn't pass. The Senate did pass the House with big numbers that went a little further in terms of some of these procedures, so I think we ought to work together on it.
This weekend, 2 federal judges temporarily blocked parts of the order banning refugees. The ACLU says it believes the ban will make it to the Supreme Court.
I think ultimately this will be a case that will be broached before the U.S. Supreme Court. But ultimately, I think that what it underscores is the fact that our courts serve as a check and balance on the power of the executive. And this effort is not just unconstitutional and un-American and wrong-headed. We think it's also something that will go down in history as one of the worst moments for American foreign policy and American immigration policy.